I'm Larissa Mngenyama, Larry for short. I prefer to be called Larry. I would describe myself as energetic, gentle, and adaptable. I think I would go as far as being a child and having these shared memories with my mom. She used to wake me up at 3 a.m. to watch Cartoon Network, specifically Johnny Bravo. And I saw how much joy it brought her. And later on in life, I realized I like telling stories and I wanted to sort of create all these characters and these universes and these worlds. And so I think since young, I've always just drawn what I felt and what I saw in the world. And I think cartoons definitely heavily influenced that. And then later on in life, I did my BA in fine art and then an honors in curatorship. And throughout that time, started getting into digital, like creation and digital art. And yeah, that's how I'm here now. I think with Robertsons, it's such a full circle for me. Again, back to family and being a child. My parents taught me how to cook from a very young age, and they're both from Malawi, so Robertson Spice was sort of like their big purchase, like their big moment. And so I distinctly remember the bottles and always wanting to organize them by color and be involved in the flavor in every dish. And so when it came to making the work, I centered it around that memory about how, you know, cooking and spices essentially make you feel. I think with any piece, I sort of like to meditate, sit on it, dream of it sometimes, really sit in that feeling, and then I just get to sketching. I let like my inner child shine and just get through to what the visual product will be. Well, currently, I don't really have much of a studio. I don't think I ever really have a designated workspace. I sort of live in a little crowded room with my sister and my childhood friend. And so I think that coziness really added to that sense of family and home. And when one cooks, it goes throughout the whole house. So yeah, the state of my working space was very much like blankets, pillows everywhere, sort of cuddling myself up into either the couch or the bed, wherever it felt comfortable in that moment, whether I wanted to catch sun by the window or I just wanted to be cozied up into my blanket. So that was the state of my workspace. One of the challenges I think I faced was really grasping how to marry my vision and how best to represent Robertsons. And it took a lot out of me, I think, this time, because I think when it's a personal work, you don't really have to think beyond yourself. You sort of just go and you're fine with any mistakes or imperfections. And so with this, I really wanted to capture what I think Robertsons is about and what it brings about in people. So that was definitely a challenge, trying to marry the two worlds and the two feelings. I think it's shown me how all these years of hard work, all those like nights of crying and feeling like, you know, am I in the right place? Am I doing the right thing? Sort of has really paid off, and especially, as I mentioned, with this full circle and knowing that sometimes things are planted beyond your knowledge. And so it feels like a wonderful step towards a future I don't think I could have ever imagined for myself in this journey. But I guess was the cord pulling me the entire time. So it feels like a really big deal for me.